when NFL starts and ends. I'm your host, Jacob. Before we start Week 9's predictions, about 30 minutes, we had a bombshell in the NFL as the Detroit Lions and Aiden Hutchinson had agreed to a 4-year contract extension that was worth $141 million guaranteed, which is the most by any non-quarterback in NFL history. It's the most guaranteed money. Now, this was all from Tom Pelissero. He also posted the deal includes a $29 million injury guarantee in 2029 that converts to a full guarantee in a year early in March of 2028. So Hutchinson signing it now for 6 years for the practical purpose has created security. I'm reading this all off Tom Pelissero's Twitter account. Has the security of knowing that he'll be there for 5 years at least. Pelissero is basically saying that if the Lions getting this deal done the way they got it done, and then the injury guarantees that would guarantee a year earlier in March of 2028. How do I say this? A good 5 years that at least Hutchinson would be there. But if he gets, they might, how do I say this? They could cut him before it. Not that they would, but they could, theoretically. It's just their way, the Lions' way of creating a little bit of a safety blanket if they choose to do that. But it's a great deal. Everyone thought this deal was going to get done last offseason. It did not. And then everyone thought, okay, maybe it's going to get pushed to this next offseason. The fact you got it done in season, first of all, you saved yourself money. You saved yourself some money by getting it done in season because he took the number comes out to about $45 million on average. Mike is making 46.5, so he's right there. He surpasses TJ Watt in that category. But by doing it this way, you save yourself the $1.5 million. Also, you save yourself someone trying to top Micah, which means Aiden would have tried to top another player. So you save yourself money in the short term and the long term by doing it this way, which I like. I like this. I thought this was a good idea. Smart move by the Lions for doing it this way. Smart move by Aiden Hutchinson. This deal broke from Hutchinson's camp, so you know there's something truth behind it. There's some, like a lot of times these deals break by the media and then there's no source. This broke by the agent. And then the media got it all out at once. So it was a good move for the Lions. You keep your star player around, a guy, he is the lifeblood of that defense. Keep him around. Great job. Moving into Week 9's predictions, the Ravens are at the Dolphins on Thursday night. The Ravens are favored by 7.5. It's +7 for the Dolphins. That's what that means. The Ravens have not said if Lamar Jackson is playing. And we were going to talk about this yesterday, and I postponed it to today. The Ravens got into a little bit of trouble, and we'll see if the NFL will investigate and when. It's really less of will and when. What has to happen is they have to investigate what the Ravens did last week, which was they started to list Lamar Jackson as a full participant in practice, but he didn't take all the reps. According to the bylaws and according to how it all works, you can only be listed as a full participant if you take all the reps. Makes sense. You have to be listed as a limited participant if you don't take all the reps. That also makes sense. The Ravens listed Lamar as a full participant, and they either did it for one or two reasons. One, it was because they thought he was going to play, or two, it was because they were trying to make the Bears think he was going to play. But either way, they shouldn't have done it, and now they're in trouble by the NFL, which could lead to a fine. Typically, fines happen on Friday. Like we've said this before, that's the whole reason the Dre Greenlaw suspension happened. We were all surprised of when it happened, I should say. So that's something that needs to be worked out. But give me the Ravens to win this game. I like both these teams won last week. The Ravens played really well on defense and offense. The Dolphins played really well. They shut out the Falcons pretty much. And when you can do things like shutting down, like they couldn't stop the run. Like the Dolphins defense is so bad. It's not even funny. Like we've had a lot of teams this year where they have a really bad defense. The Dolphins are just really bad. The Ravens are bad in the scoring department. They're just atrocious. So something's got to give of both bad and bad. But give me the Ravens because Tua looked okay in the game against the Falcons. I question how that is actually going to operate. I know this game is in Miami. I know the weather is going to be a little weird because it's cold and then it's going to be hot. In Miami, it's going to be strange. But give me the Ravens to win because I just don't trust the Dolphins right now. My score being, it's going to be a fun one, 24-21. Moving on to the Falcons and Patriots, a Super Bowl 51 rematch. Patriots favored by 6.5. Falcons didn't look good against the Dolphins. They looked like they struggled immensely. Those are things that the Dolphins have been really bad, but they can't be this bad. They can't be this bad. They really can't. And the Falcons just did not do anything. They got completely shut down. I'm not impressed with the way the Falcons play. And the way the Patriots, they played really well. The offense looks good. The run defense looks great. The pass defense has gotten better. I like what I'm seeing. This is the biggest test, though, because you got Bijan Robinson in the backfield. You got Kyle Pitts as the tight end. He's a receiving threat. Drake London's a receiving threat. Darnell Mooney, when he's completely right, has been really good for them. So the Falcons do have a good opportunity here to beat this defense in the pass game. But I'm going to take the Patriots win because of how the Falcons played against the Dolphins. Was so atrocious. I think the Patriots win this game. But in a weird game, 28-24 was my final for that one. Moving on to the Vikings at Lions. Lions favored by 8.5. 8.5 is a lot. It's a lot in any circumstance, but for a division game is not likely. These games are close for no reason whatsoever. They just are. Each team decides we're going to beat each other up, and that's what they do. The Lions, I love the way they play. I was just saying about the Aiden Hutchinson thing. The Lions make you not want to play football. That's the great part about the Lions. The games are close for no reason, but they make you not want to play football. You get it at the end, and you're like, holy, I don't want to play against this team. I don't want to play football anymore. I'm done. Let's go play the cello or something. Let's do something else. Like that's the way the Lions play. And the Vikings, look, it's not going to be Carson Wentz. He injured his shoulder. He's going to be put on injured reserve if he hasn't already. It's going to be J.J. McCarthy. And J.J. McCarthy hasn't played in 5-6 weeks. It's going to be interesting to see what he's able to do. I'm curious. I really am. I can't wait to see what he does. But honestly, when you haven't played in 5 or 6 weeks, it's not it's not great. They're playing Carson Wentz over you. It's more of like, okay, yeah, you injured your ankle, but you have not played well outside of 5 quarters. So let's see what happens. Like they had like a quarter and a half of where they looked pretty good, and that's been pretty much it for JJ McCarthy. So give me the Lions to win, but in a weird game. 31-28, because these games are oddly close and oddly high scoring for no reason. The oddly high scoring or oddly very low scoring. I have it being a high scoring affair. Moving on to the Chiefs at the Bills. Chiefs are favored by 2 points, which is odd. That's very exact. The Bills, I thought played really well. I'm going to start with the Bills here. No Ed Oliver, but I thought they played really well against the Panthers. They ran the ball well. Josh Allen wasn't asked to do everything. That's the way this team has to play. Don't ask Josh Allen, who win you the game for 4 straight quarters. You can't do it. Let him. If you need him, great, but don't ask him to after every week 5 touchdowns, no interceptions. Don't ask him to do that. You have the horses to slow down guys. You brought in Joey Bosa to slow down Patrick Mahomes. That's why you brought him in. You have Gregory Rousseau to do the same thing. You should be able to do this. The defense looked better. Again, we'll see about Ed Oliver. I know they activated Jordan Phillips to the active roster and Hoyer as well, so we'll see. But I'm curious to see what happens here. For the Chiefs, they've looked good. They've looked really good. Rashid Rice came back, and it looks really good. They look explosive. They move the ball well. They do enough positive things. My concern was the way they played Washington in the first half. They didn't look relaxed. They looked kind of like, oh, this, no, not that exactly, not that either. And so once they settled down, they were fine. But they had some strange games here. I'm curious to see what happens, but I'm going to take the Bills to win in a strange game. It's going to be very strange for no reason. Every time these two teams face each other in the regular season, it's a strange game. Bills win 28-24 is my final, but in a strange game. And final game Monday Night Football, the Arizona Cardinals against the Dallas Cowboys. The Cowboys need a couple things to go their way this week. They got to get this win somehow. And then they need help from the Seahawks and the Niners. They really need it. Well, actually, they would like if the Giants would beat the Niners. But you need the Seahawks because, well, okay, let me rephrase this. You kind of want the Commanders to beat the Seahawks, and you kind of need the Giants to beat the Niners because of where you are. You kind of need to get in front of them if you're the Cowboys. If you are the Cardinals, you would love that too because of how that benefits you. That would put the Seahawks at 5-3. That would put the Niners at 5-4. That gives you more of a realistic chance. 2.5 point favorites the Cowboys are. I honestly don't know how. The Cardinals, I know they haven't played great, but the Cowboys defense has been awful. Kyler Murray looks like he's going to play in this game. That's what everyone's been expecting. They said this before the bye week that if we're going to sit him and then hope he plays after the bye, we'll reevaluate. That's what they're betting on. The Cowboys against Kyler Murray have been bad. Kyler is undefeated in the AT&T Stadium. I believe he has over 4 wins in AT&T Stadium, going from college to pros. This is going to be very interesting to watch. I can't wait to see what happened. My blood pressure is not going to love this game at all, but the way Dallas has played offensively, I think they have to bounce back. I think Arizona gives them the best chance to bounce back. You got key matchups in this game, obviously, but expect a heavy dose of Trey McBride for the Cardinals. We'll see about this run game. I don't exactly know how it's going to look. For the Cardinals, Dallas has not been great against the run game. Last game they gave up over 9 yards a carry. So let's see what Dallas is capable of doing. I do want to make one little note. I messed it up on yesterday's video. RJ Harvey had 3 touchdowns, not 2. My mistake. I forgot the Wildcat touchdown in the second quarter. The Cowboys, they weren't able to stop the run against the Broncos. I don't think the Cardinals are as explosive in the run game, but they do have a good run game. I'm gonna take the Cowboys to win only because Dallas really needs it, and I think they could get help from the Giants the way the Giants played. At times, I doubt it, but who knows? The Commanders definitely need to. The Commanders definitely need to pull their weight against the Seahawks for the Cowboys to have a chance at this thing. But you're betting on hopium more than you're betting on anything. But the way I've seen Arizona's defense play, it's not been great. And to go against CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens, I'll take the Cowboys over that one. But it will be a close game. I have that also firmly in mind. 28-24 is my score, just because I find the Cowboys are just a little bit better, not a whole lot better than the Arizona Cardinals, but I think they're just a little bit better than the Arizona Cardinals. Let me know in the comments who you have winning this week and what game are you closely monitoring in week. Now, for NFL World, I'm Jacob Hubert. Out.